India's largest online supermarket, BigBasket, which operates in 27 cities, has had to temporarily shut down because despite the government's clearances during this COVID period, there are various problems in actually getting work done, transporting food supplies to customers. Joining us now, K. Ganesh, he is the promoter of BigBasket, Portia Medical and Fresh Menu. Thank you very much for being with us. Is it true that a lot of your workers were actually supplying food items have been stopped, in some cases abused, in other cases pushed around? Have you faced issues like this?
Yes. So what has happened is, because of the sudden lockdown and full curfew that has been announced by the government, even though the government has done absolutely the right step and has been categorical in exempting essential services and have specified essential services like online delivery of goods, groceries, online delivery of food, medical services, medical equipment and medicine very clearly. That message has not gone down very clearly to the masses and to the people down the line. So the policeman in the actual street has not understood completely the message. So what is happening because of that is we are facing problems. There are multiple problems. One is actually reaching the end customer's home, be it Portia Medical with the medical equipment, or be it BigBasket with delivery. It's true for other services companies too, or Fresh Menu, the food delivery at home. All of that is just becoming impossible because the cop there does not know it's an essential service. He has no mechanism as of now to be able to allow or disallow somebody. And in many cases, they have been harsh. They have beaten up people. In Kerala, unfortunately, one of our health workers who was going to service a patient was arrested. And in today's situation, we had to go and bail him out. And this is very sad. Sad for the person and for the company and the morale of the employees. But it is worse for the elderly 80-year-old patient he was going to attend. Who is going to answer to that patient? Grocery, I can live without milk for one day. But this we cannot do. So somewhere I laud the government, excellent initiative. I like the cooperation of government authorities. But given the paucity of time, as yet this has not percolated down to the cops. And which is what we are all working, startups, industry bodies are working with the government to see how to ensure at the nook and corner of India, in the local gully, the policeman who stops a healthcare worker, a delivery boy, does so with some compassion, with some understanding, and at the minimum, not take the lathi and beat up the person.
Yeah. Mr. Ganesh, is it also true that a lot of your food supplies, milk supplies, for example, have had to be dumped? Fresh fruit may have had to be dumped because you just haven't been able to get it to your clients?
No, yes, absolutely. The wastage during these times are very high because even though the website is open, even though we want to do it, we are not able to reach the medicine or the material to the right end. But that is a smaller problem. I think right now what we are facing, and we are hoping and we are working with the government, and many in the government are very responsive. It still needs implementation at the last mile. In the next 12 to 24 hours, if we can get essential services, A, to the last mile, being done without the cops or the policemen stopping it or being appreciative. 2, equally importantly, the supply chain. The interstate movement is not happening. We have to get the essential commodities into the city. Otherwise, how would we go? We have a situation where a top MNC pharma company is supposed to send us material for home chemotherapy. This is for a patient of Portia Medical. That material is not able to come because interstate courier services is very difficult. These are critical medicine. How do I do that? So I have multiple problems. How do I get it into my office or my city, interstate? 2, how do I ensure that last mile when the healthcare worker goes, he is able to actually reach the patient? And equally importantly, and unfortunately, how to ensure that he is safe and not getting beaten up in doing the course of his duty.
Now, there was one question which had actually come in from somebody when we promote this interview, and this person says, after cancelling orders, BigBasket is refunding money back to BigBasket wallet, which users can use to pay again for future orders. But the app has shut down and is not taking an order, so users cannot order again, and two users have no access to their money. Why doesn't BigBasket credit refunds back to bank accounts at this time of crisis? Why put it back in their wallet? How would you answer that, sir?
No, so I don't know the specific of the case, but that's perfectly fine. See, BigBasket has been operating for last 7 years. We are here to stay. This problem will go away. All the e-commerce companies are working with government to be able to set it right. I am hoping in 12 to 24 hours, hopefully the issue will get resolved and we are able to serve companies. Least of the issue is some amount of money of somebody there. Please reassure them it's completely safe. We will get the money out. There is no issue. All of us, right from the Prime Minister to government officials to media like you and we, are handling lot more critical issue. How to get essential services to the home, especially of elderly, especially of people who don't have anybody else to service them. So this is a very temporary issue, will get resolved. No issues. The money is safe. I'm personally guaranteeing.
All right. Mr. Ganesh, assuming that the issues do get sorted out, and you would be aware of what the government has now ordered, where they've encouraged individuals like you, BigBasket, other online services to actually reach out and provide that last leg connectivity to people's homes. Do you have a potential capacity problem as well? Because if you look at the numbers of people you would potentially be serving, it's incredibly large. So could there be a scenario in the future that you have people available for delivery, but they are already serving clients, and that you will not meet the demand in the next several weeks?
Yeah, so it's a very valid question. See, this is a black swan type of event. This is completely unanticipated event. Some industries like the airline industry, travel industry have got affected in the negative way.
Yeah.
Right? Some industries, like we are seeing with BigBasket, like with video conferencing, Zoom television and Skype and all those, and healthcare services like Portia Medical that go to the home and provide the services, have got positively impacted in the sense that the demand has gone up. So what has happened? There are people who have been reluctant to shop online, people who have been reluctant to get home healthcare online, home healthcare online, or go outside of hospital. These people have not adopted to consumer behavior change, but unfortunately this event has forced them to change the consumer behavior.
Right.
This is exactly like how demonetization forced people to accept digital payment. So there is a huge amount of demand. Some of them, when the things normalize, will go back, but some new users who have tasted the benefits and the goodness and the convenience of shopping online, healthcare at home, like video conferencing or teleworking, will not go back. So that's an irretrievable change of consumer behavior that has happened.
So tell us.
So it will happen. So what we need to do is we need to ensure that we are able to scale up our capacity to handle that. We will do that. But right now is, can I service everybody who is shut down, locked down, is staring at a 21-day lockdown, to help them with their medicine, with medical equipment, life critical equipment, and foods and groceries.
Right. So couple of points. Firstly, the Delhi police have had a meeting with e-commerce websites, including BigBasket and others, and they say that they're going to sort this out. Assuming that they sort it out, that passes have already been issued, by when would you be able to resume your services in the manner that you want in the 4 metros? For starters, can you give us some sort of time plan in each of the metros for starters? I know you service many more cities, but in the metros, how soon?
Yeah. So firstly, I want you to be positive, not if the problem gets sorted out. It is when the problem gets sorted out. We have no choice with this lockdown to ensure that we are able to reach the people with essential goods and services. So I'm 100% sure it will get done. Unfortunately, this is something that has to be done locally, state by state, metro by metro. That's the unfortunate nature of the beast. I wish I could do a centralized warehouse or stocking or manufacturing and solve the problem. I cannot do it. So we are in touch with every individual state. You mentioned Delhi. We are in touch with Karnataka, We had a meeting yesterday. There is another meeting with Mr. Bhaskar Rao, Commissioner of Police, today at 7 o'clock. Karnataka Udyog Mitra had a meeting yesterday where it called. All the government people are working very, very hard, okay, right, to be able to do that.
So can I say 24 to 48 hours you'll be back up in the 4 metros? Can I say that?
Yes, I am 100% hoping, assuming that the teething problem, the speed at which we are working and engaging with the government and government is engaging, next 24 to 48 hours, we should have that. Meanwhile, I have only one request, which is for the media, for you, and you must have faced this in the past earlier. These people are risking their lives. They are not staying at home. They are going and serving the end consumer with lot of hardship. Request, please don't beat them up. Challan them, return them back, ask them to go back, but don't beat them up. The amount of scare, amount of fear, amount of morale it creates, because if they run away, I will not be able to give you that particular service. I cannot deliver grocery myself, nor can I get, I'm not a doctor. I can't come and serve you at home if people are going to run away because their colleagues have been beaten up. I mean, the journalists must have seen this kind of thing earlier. That unfortunately is happening. If we can make the top government officials, top commissioner of police in all the states can make a blanket statement for next 48 hours, keep the lathi away, don't beat up whatever is the provocation, people who are trying to deliver goods or services.
Mr. Ganesh, your message is absolutely loud and clear, and this is going to be watched. I'm sure it's being watched as we speak by the police and others, and I do hope that your service gets online sooner than later. A lot of people in our big cities and small cities depend on people like you. Thank you very much, sir, for speaking to us.
Thank you.